Right, so just on the way to see the M4 CS. Just cruising down in the M2. See, I know a lot of you guys probably weren't expecting me to do an M4 CS video. I wasn't either. It's really short notice thing. I got the message like 2 days ago, so you can't exactly turn that down. And they've come all the way down to Birmingham as well. Right, so car's beeping at me. M4 is just over there. It's Mr. Sheikh himself. Yeah, we're just gonna leave this car here. There's the E60 M5 as well. Yeah, just gonna find a place to do a little walk around, and yeah, we'll get started with the video. Right people, so I found a little place to do a little walk around on the M4 CS. We've got the E60 M5 in the back as well, but for the main purpose of this video is to focus on this beast here. There's a few nice sort of fancy carbon bits on this thing. Yeah, we'll go over sort of the basically the interior and the sound and all that usual stuff. Right people, so the M4 CS, I'll give you guys a quick look at the exterior and then we'll move on to interior bits. There are a few sort of differences from this and the sort of regular competition pack. First thing you can notice straight away, it's got the GTS bonnet. This thing is fully carbon fiber. I will show you guys that in a second when it'll pop up in the bonnet. But in terms of on the front, it's got the sort of extended splitter in carbon fiber. Definitely sort of sets off the front, and it also has this larger sort of scoop here. You can definitely tell it's a CS from the front in my opinion. I've seen a fair few M4s and M3s around in my local areas. So it also is finished in San Marino blue, which is an individual colour on the regular sort of M3s and M4s. You are seeing them a lot more on the roads now, but generally is an individual colour. This particular car is quite highly spec though. You can actually spec on top of the regular CS price. I know it's already an expensive car, but you can make it even more expensive. One particular option, it's got the Icon LED headlights. This car also has the ceramic brakes. Quite interested to try them actually, because I've never driven a sort of F80 or F82 with the ceramic brake option. You can get it on the normal car. It's also got the 763M design wheels. They're staggered on the CS, so they're actually larger at the back and smaller at the front. I believe they're 19s at the front and 20s at the rear, so you got sort of a probably more lighter turn-in. These cars have been tuned with the Cup 2 tyre. This specific car doesn't have the Cup 2s on it. I mean, it'd be great to try it with the Cup 2s, but this particular car is on the regular tyres, but I'm sure it'll still handle great. They are still super sports on the thing. As you guys know, I do love my Michelins, but yeah, generally quite an aggressive looking car. The back, we've got something specific only to the CS and the GTS. OLED rear lights. It's sort of little touches that set it apart from the normal car. I know a lot of people might think that this doesn't really look like a £90,000, £100,000 car, but when you look at it up close, there are some nice touches. I mean, check out this carbon sort of lip spoiler as well. You see a lot of sort of replica stuff, but you know when you see an OEM spoiler. Also down here, we've got a diffuser in carbon fiber too, with a specific exhaust system. We will get some sound clips in a bit. Just wanted to show you guys a bit more of the outside of the car. I'm gonna pop open the bonnet. So this thing here, pretty much a work of art. I've seen some photos. First time we've seen it in the flesh. Right, so actually, yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen one of these. Proper carbon fiber bonnet that is. Look at all the weave on it. Yeah, basically the engine, S55, 3 litre twin turbo engine as usual in the M3 and M4. Extra 10 bhp in this application, so you're looking at around 454 bhp or 460 ps, whichever way you want to measure it. We've got an extra bit of torque as well, 37 pound-feet over the regular competition pack. So I mean, not fully sort of game-changing figures compared to a normal car, but this car sort of relies on sort of lightness and sort of power delivery, you could put it that way. But we'll see anyway when we take it for a drive. But it's generally normal M4 with a lot of extra nice fancy bits on it. It's quite different here compared to a normal car. Well, normal M4 and M3. Right, so first thing that's noticeable straight away is the amount of Alcantara in this car. I believe these come with the full leather option standard, but a few extra little touches are unique to the M4 CS, or missing, you can put it that way. First thing, door card. There's actually no storage at all. Yeah, there's literally nothing here at all. Nowhere to put your sort of wallet or phone or anything. You've literally just got this area here. Also no armrest or cubby all there. So that is literally all you get on the sort of glove box. For people using this every day, that might be an issue, but yeah, if you're going to just take it on sort of track days and stuff, then fair enough. But in terms of seats, we've got these sort of bucket seats, which are quite familiar. Got a nice little M stripe there. Got the M seat belts too. I believe you can get that on the competition pack as well. But generally, it's the sort of Alcantara that sets it apart. You've got this nice sort of pattern here too, which is actually similar to what's up here. So the steering wheel actually feels a bit different too. I mean, I've had a drive in cars with the race wheel and the standard wheel. It feels a bit more chunky than what I can remember. I don't know, it may just be the sort of feeling you get just generally Alcantara everywhere, so it adds to the experience. Of course, you got the DCT only in these things. If you want a manual, then of course you're out of luck, but then I don't really think many people get the manual in these things. Even in the normal one, you never really see manual F80 and F82s. Got the handbrake here too, and yeah, of course the M dials. Right, so that was just a brief look at the exterior and the sort of interior touches, the stuff that mainly differentiates it from a normal M4. I think what we'll do now though, we'll turn the car on. Right, so that was the sound. Definitely has a sort of extra rasp compared to say a normal competition pack. I was in an M3 competition pack 2 days ago, so it gives me a direct sort of comparison. It still has that sort of OEM sort of note though. It isn't sort of extreme or anything. It is quite sort of refined in that way. But yeah, it does have a nice little extra kick to it. What we'll do now though, we'll finally take this beast for a drive, because I know you guys are probably sick of me just walking around by now. But yeah, let's just get started. Right people, so here we are on the M4 CS. Apologies if I seem a bit rushed. Yeah, the sun was just right directly in my face when I was doing the walk around. It's hard to think when the sun's in your face. But yeah, basically the way we'll approach this video is we'll compare it to say a competition pack car. I'll be sort of clear on this. I haven't driven an M4 competition pack. I've driven an M3 many times, competition pack and non-competition pack, so that's my sort of basis for comparison. And also we'll just chuck in an M2 comparison for the sake of it. I know, because I've got an M2 as well. I know they're not in exactly direct competitors, but you know, the fun factor you could say. But yeah, we'll basically take it on the same roads, give you a nice sort of brief first impressions on the car. Yeah, just see how it's like. So basically, like I said, we've got extra 10 horsepower, but we've got a car that's a lot more sort of aggressive in its setup. Yeah, already I can feel the difference, you know. I know there's a lot of debate on the internet with this car because of the price tag. It's got the trap as well. See, now I drove an M3 competition pack the other day, and I don't know, I got out there feeling a bit sort of, it felt a bit bland to me after like been driving my sort of M2 for a while now. The M2 is just like a little riot. I know of course it's in a different price bracket, but it just feels so exciting to drive. But this straight away off the bat, it feels a lot different to that M3 that I was driving the other day. There's something in the urgency about it, and I'm not just saying it because I'm getting the chance to drive this car. Straight away there's something there. Yeah. The exhaust is definitely different, that's for sure. Saying anything yet, but yeah, just generally straight off the bat guys, there's something there about this. I've got it all in Sport Plus now. It's not so much in terms of like the speed difference that I'm noticing, it's more about, you can feel that rawness there that's perhaps missing from the normal car, or the normal F80 M3 compact. Because like I said, I haven't driven the M4 competition, but it must be similar. Now of course we've got sort of staggered tyre setup on this. We've got 19s at the front and 20s at the back. This car in particular has got super sports on it, so this isn't even the best it can be, put it that way. They come with Cup 2s, or they're sort of tuned with the Cup 2s. It's like a race car, man. Yeah, none of the other F80s or whatever S55 based cars I've driven feel like this. There's something in it, trust me. Yeah, first time driving an M4 variant and it's a CS. I never thought this day would come. Monster, man. Absolute monster. So bright, man. I love having the Alcantara wheel as well. It's a bit more chunkier. It feels like the race wheel to me. You know, the one with the sort of shift lights on it. It feels the same sort of thickness as that. But yeah, I mean, my initial thoughts so far is not so much I'm noticing the extra 10 horsepower, because I can't really, to be honest. It's more about the way this car feels very raw compared to the normal M3 and M4. Especially the one I drove the other day, and that was a competition pack, model 18 as well. So this is doing a lot of barking and there's rustling, and kicks off, man. It feels a bit more urgent as well. It's probably the extra torque that sort of tuned it. It definitely feels a bit more urgent around the 3000 mark. A bit less laggy, you could put it that way. And it just generally feels light behind the wheel. Like, it's just a light car. That's the main thing I'll say, it doesn't. I know some people are saying now that the M4 and M3 have gone too big, and the sort of M2 in a way is taking up that spot that the M3 used to have. Yeah, this is a big car for these roads. But the nimbleness of the CS, I can't feel it. What a call, man. You're kidding some here. That's a very good traction control, that is. Turning. Bloody hell. Yeah, I couldn't do this in the other one. Can you imagine how this car would be like if I had Cop 2s on it as well? That trap there, man. Yeah. See, the thing is with this car, a lot of the talking points has been around its price, and owners of this car would probably say that it's worth the money. Of course, when you've paid the money, you will say that. But genuinely, I can feel like there's a difference between this and the normal competition. If you're saying otherwise, you probably haven't driven it. It's a fact. The main thing I'll say is it feels a lot more lighter. That's the main difference. It's not that much quicker, I'd say, but something about the way it's so urgent. Look at this, just twisting around. I feel like this is what's missing from the normal one. This is definitely a better car. I'm not even like being around the bush. See, the bad thing now as well is there's actually discounts available on these as well. I know when you buy them new, they're 90,000, or this one with the ceramic brakes, etc. is about probably around 100. But I saw one yesterday on Auto Trader for around 69,905 or 70. Of course, it may not have the ceramics, but and that price is very compelling. I'm not gonna lie, because this feels a lot more exciting. Yeah, look at the turning, man. You know what this brings me back to now, because it's so rushing back to me now, because I've been driving this for a while now. You know when I first drove the FAE M3 on the channel last year, that feeling I got then, of course then I had nothing to compare it to, so then it was the best thing in the world for me. But since then, I haven't driven normal ones. They don't give me that buzz anymore. Strangely enough, the M2 gives me quite a nice buzz, even though it's an M2, for example, a lot of a cheaper car. But yeah, S55 platform, this is the one. Brakes, ceramic brakes, of course, working nicely. Traction control is very intuitive. See, at the start I was a bit intimidated by it, the size, and also just I thought, you know, driving an M4 CS is not your run-of-the-mill car. But you know, once you get in tune with it, the power delivery feels a bit more sort of like, it's like the torque comes in a bit earlier to me. There's less of a dead spot. The whole car feels like less of a dead spot, put it that way. Of course, I know the steering, that has been a known issue with the early FAEs and stuff, but just generally everything just feels a bit more tighter. Like, you lean on the pedal, it's just lovely. Yeah. This is exactly how I wanted an S55 car to feel like. Nah, it delivers 100%. They're different to the compacts, man, any day. There's a big difference. This feels like a big M2 to me, which is perfect. Yeah, I'm just waiting again. It's been missing for a while. Because when I jumped back in the compact the other day, the M3 competition pack, I don't know, I just felt a bit disappointed that I wasn't as excited as I was last year. This is probably what I needed. Animal, an absolute animal. Windows down. Can you give them nice touches like OLED lights, carbon bonnet, carbon front splitter, the 763M wheels? At 75k, it's a good package, man. That's all I'm saying. I think it's worth the money. Just not at 100 potentially. Because of course that's stepping on the toes of like a GT3, of which I have not driven, so I'm not going to comment. Oh man, look at this. What a car, man. Look at this. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to say, guys. Right guys, so that was the M4 CS. I think we'll wrap up the video here. Main thing I'll say, it's definitely worth the money, as I may have mentioned. The sort of money that they're worth now, you could put it that way. Doesn't feel like a normal competition pack. It's brought that sort of spark back to it, definitely for me anyway. Big shout out to Sheikh Steve for bringing it down. Make sure you check out his Instagram, proper legendary guy. I never thought I'd get to drive an M4 CS, and here we are. Also thanks to you guys for supporting the channel as well. Definitely helps with that. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed it, give the video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos to come. And yeah guys, I just hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Little downshift. Yeah, see you later guys.